how important is attraction in Christian dating? Which I'm just going to say, like, very at the start.
Right.
That's my. I'm just going to come out as.
And that's it. That's the end of this episode.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good looking do you think you are?
Me, I would say at the moment.
Oh, straight answer
I would
it straight away.
I'm a solid 6.5. I'd say solid.
Oh
6.5.
wow!
When I do my hair and that, I think I'm a solid. I could get to a 7.5, maybe even an 8. When I really put effort in, but on an average day, solid 6.5.
I think 6.5, you're selling yourself a bit short. I think you're more than a 6.5.
Oh, thanks. I do try sometimes.
Maybe like a 6.6 or 6.7. No, I think you're comfortably in the 7. You're hitting the 7. You're hitting the 7s, Cassandra. I think.
Yeah. Look at me, man. Look at
but it's good. Like, it's good to like not know that, not you specifically, but like when girls say like, oh, I'm a 9. I'm a 10, you know. I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's also
even if you are a bit of humor, like don't pronounce it. I think.
Why can we not pronounce it though? What is that? Is it because it's seen as arrogant? Why can we not know that we're?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
If a girl said, "Oh yeah, I'm a 9," I'd be like, "All right." Like I think it's way better for the girl to be like, oh, I'm maybe a 4, and she's actually like a 9.
No, but why do we need women to be, thinking that we're the worst when we're not? Sometimes we're 9s, Sometimes we're 9.
There's lots of 9s in the world, but I think if you know it, it's a bit of an ego thing. If you know you're good looking. I don't know.
Is it interesting?
Or maybe I'd feel a bit intimidated. It's like, oh gosh, she knows she's that.
She knows she's beautiful.
Good looking. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Thought you were going to say something else. Then go on.
No, I'm waiting for you to ask me. What do you think I am?
Oh, sorry. What? I was thinking, why is he just looking around? Did you freeze? What do you think you are?
9.
Love that.
Nah, I think I actually go through phase. It's different for guys, isn't it? It is different for guys, but like physical attractiveness, because we'll get into this, I suppose, because like for guys, like attractiveness is not solely dependent on the physical. I think for women it's more. Yeah. So I think like looks wise, I'm probably like a 3.
Wow, don't be so harsh.
No, but then there's a caveat to that. But then if you add my personality into it, I'm probably like a 7.2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. You think that's spot on?
I mean, I don't like to judge people's... I can only judge myself. But no, I think, yeah, man, that sounds about right.
3 for attractiveness.
No, what do you want to say to this, Rob? Even if someone is a 3, that doesn't mean anything, because 3, what does that even mean? Like, you were just born on you. But people are just born looking how they look. And so, 3 isn't bad, 9 isn't good.
Go. This is a good segue. Because I mean, again, this is probably not the Christian, the party line. I'm probably not towing the party line here by saying what all Christians think, but I do think looks like there's some women are better looking than other women.
Some people are just really, really, it is what it is.
Yeah. Some women are more attractive than other women, aren't they?
Physically.
And
some men are more attractive than other men.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just think we shouldn't like pretend that doesn't exist. Do you know?
It definitely does exist. It definitely. Some people are born beautiful. There are some people that I look twice at in the. I see some women, and I look at them, and I'm like, man, what a beautiful woman that is. Some people are just born better looking than other people, and biblically speaking, there's so much reference to people being attractive in the Bible. Rebecca, they said what an attractive woman she was.
Was she very attractive?
She was very attractive. Songs of Solomon, he talks a lot about physical attraction and all these different things. So beauty, and the Bible even talks about not just being outwardly beautiful. So it is a thing. Some people do have outward beauty more so than others, and it is what it is.
But like, do you think it's different for guys and girls? Because speaking as a guy, right, the looks is like. Looks is definitely the first thing that attracts us, and like if the woman is like attractive and there is like a little bit of chemistry, we probably will end up liking the girl. But I think for women it's different. What are you just like, oh, that guy's so hot, I want to talk to him? Well, how does it work for you guys?
For me personally, no. I mean, for me, I've never thought that personally. I know that for some women, though, that is a thing, that's a factor. They won't talk to men that they're not physically attracted to, and they won't.
Oh,
they just
for you, it's not a factor for you.
For me, no, it's not really been a factor. Well, I mean, I say that my now fiance is very attractive. And he is the first man I've ever been attracted to in a relationship. And I'm like,
what?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, because I didn't used to think this was a thing. So, with him in my adult life, since the age of like 22, 23, it's been it. But I understand the importance of physical attraction. I have previously in the past been the type to say, oh, I don't need to be attracted to my partner. I don't need that at all. Personality is all that matters. But, I think I've now that I have a fine man, I'm like, oh, actually, this is actually great. It's nice to be attracted to somebody.
But are you saying all the relationships that you was in before your fiance, you didn't find them attractive?
Physically, not so much. It sounds terrible.
What? Really?
But they wasn't like people that I would look at and think immediately, you're really attractive. Or people that, family and friends have commented and said, they're really attractive. My now partner, my fiance, one of my close friends, she is always saying to me, Cass, you are punching. He is out of your league. And I've never had that before. So I've never had someone out of my league. What do you mean?
Okay.
So,
that is really interesting. I think as a guy, you kind of think women just have the same dating mindset as you.
Not really.
If physical attraction wasn't, so what was the thing that attracted you to your previous boyfriends?
I think personality matters. I think, women on average, I think women are more attracted to if someone can make them feel safe and loved.
That's a good one.
Just, are we compatible? So I think for a lot of women out there, that would trump, is he physically attractive? If he's not,
really?
I think so. And maybe I'm just speaking for the women that I know, but I think, a lot of women out there, if a man can provide those things for her, and and he's not the best looking person on the planet, she'd probably be like, you know what, I can make do.
Really?
Everything else is bang on. It's not a hard line. But I mean, I say that, and it might not be the same for all women. I just know women that I've spoken to, that's been the case.
What? But then, what do you mean by, like, would a woman feel more safe if a guy's got bigger muscles?
No, because what's that gonna do? You've got some muscles, but that doesn't even mean that you can fight. Like, you can't fight just because you got muscle, but also like safety, as in not just like physical safety, but emotional safety. That's very attractive. Just making someone feel like, even if you, I don't know, one great thing that my partner does now is if I have like a moment of paranoia or doubt or whatever it may be, similar to what God does. If we have a moment of doubt or, just freaking out about something, God is there and he's like, it's cool. I'm going to love you anyway. Like, it's fine. You can have your little freak out. It's good. I'm still here. And that is safety. That's why so many people feel safe in God. And it's the same for partners. You have to make them feel safe. If I go to him and say, are you, I don't know, looking at these girls in the gym. Oh, I feel like these girls look better than me. Or, I feel like, he'd just be like, Cass, just chill out. It's good. And I might think I'm being really crazy and I'm going to really put him off. But I haven't yet. So safety, that's what safety is.
That is beautiful. That is beautifully put, Cassandra.
Thank you very much.
That's good. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So, I suppose the question is, should we ignore physical attraction in Christian dating? Well, you said we shouldn't, didn't you? Very
that
early.
Was your very early on. 6 minutes out the gate, and you said we shouldn't ignore physical attraction.
Well, just speaking from a guy's perspective, I think. But then I've dated people and they've got better looking. It's weird. You start I think when you connect with their personality and you get close to them, they do become more beautiful in many ways. And then almost the exterior, the looks don't matter as much. But I think definitely in the first stage, the thing that draws us is the looks, I think.
Well, I think that's the same for most things because we are drawn to beauty. Scientifically speaking, the two things that people are naturally drawn to are danger. If you see something dangerous from the corner of your eye, you feel like you have to look. And beauty, if you see a really beautiful person or thing, like a sunset, you just feel like you really want to look at it. You just want to see what that looks like.
Yeah, you can't stop looking. Yeah, it's crazy. Isn't it?
If you see something really beautiful, you're just like, wow, look at that. So that is the two things that we are actually drawn to. So it makes sense to, off the bat, you are drawn to what you would find.
But
beautiful.
Obviously, I'm not going to marry a girl just on her looks.
No.
I've done that before. No, I haven't.
I've been 5 times divorced then. I'm still learning.
There is so much more, I think, than looks. But I think looks are a big part. But yeah, I just think it's you can't ignore it that it's a reality and it does exist.
So are we saying that Christians, we shouldn't ignore the fact that physical attraction?
Well, I think it's different for men and women because you're saying physical attractiveness doesn't even come into your decision making.
No, it does.
I can't believe that.
It does.
Okay.
It does. It does. But I think the bar isn't as high for men.
Should I be trying my going to the gym every day if it's not going to count for anything?
No, you know what? I think what is attractive is if someone does take care of themselves. So that is a very attractive thing in people. If someone is just looking after themselves, and if you are looking after yourself, naturally you will become the best looking version of you that you can be. If you are in the gym, you're eating right, you got a skincare routine, if you've got all that going on.
I need to get one.
Do you have one now? Because last week
I want to get one. I want to get one.
Okay.
What did I say last week?
You said last week you just use the same shower gel and cream for everything. I was like, wow. Okay. That's what you said.
Well, yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, I do use the same shampoo and the same shower gel. Yeah, I would never mix it up. And I also use the same skin cream. But I need to get better. I want to use it more.
Okay.
I use different aftershaves. I mix that up a little bit.
Good.
Yeah. But I never really thought having a whole like a very diverse range of showers, gels, and shampoos was. If it does the job, it does the job.
No, like you just need like a cleanse, tone, moisturize, and you sort it. You know,
What?
A cleanser that will cleanser that will clear your skin. You know, that you tone your skin with something, and then you have a good moisturizer. And
isn't that sounds like makeup? To me.
No, it's not makeup.
Yeah, that honestly, when you say toner and that just sounds like me putting on makeup.
No, it's not makeup. It's just removing the build up from your skin and making it nice and clear and smooth.
Yeah, okay. Well, I can add that into my routine, but if it's not going to make a difference,
no, it does. It makes again. It's taking. I think what is attractive, like I said, is taking care of yourself. I think, if you are just lying around all day, not really looking after yourself, not really caring to look after yourself, I think that
it's not attractive.
It's not. I think for some people it's not attractive. But what is attractive, even if you are not the best looking person, because again, we are just born. We come out the womb and we just look how we look. We don't have any say. But what you can do with what you've got is try and make it, look the best that you can, and that's the most you can do. And so that is drinking water every day, 2 liters of water, getting in the gym, not to say that you need to be any particular size, but just health is attractive, I think.
Yeah I think maybe it's related to like conscientiousness or competence. Like the fact that someone, how like women, like they use salary as, it's not, they're not attracted to the money, but they're attracted to what the skill set, like to earn like 100K, you have to be very competent at, at your job. And I think the health stuff, looking after yourself, it kind of translate, is this guy conscientious? Is he competent or not?
Can he
or
look
is he
after
just
a family?
Yeah. And that's it. If he can't look after himself,
how are you going to look after me? What if I stop eating one day? What happens when I get pregnant? Are you going to be concerned about how much I'm eating? If you're not even doing that for you, how are you going to do that for us as a family? And people do look after other people more than what they look after themselves, granted. But I think a good indicator, can be, what do you do with your life, and how are you managing it? Are you just flopping around and, just not really caring about anything and just... So I think health and just looking after you, your spiritual, your mental, your physical, those things are attractive.
That is really good. But I think do you think, does the person's relationship with God make them fitter, make them sexier? Does it? Like I hear that I do hear that from pastors all the time. It's like, listen, don't worry about the look. Like, what's going to make you the sexiest is your relationship with Jesus. That's going to make you the sexiest. It's like, does that actually work? I don't know.
I wouldn't say it's sexy. It's not like I don't know. I mean, no? I guess it's nice. No, it is an attractive thing. It's just weird to put those two things in the same sentence, but it is an attractive thing, because someone's relationship with God can again reflect how their relationship with you will go. If someone can submit to God and they are listening to God and they're trying to be like Christ, that is a very good indicator of how they're going to be.
Cassandra, you got the wisdom, girl.
Sometimes I'm smart, and today's one of those days.
Yeah, so, this is the Cassandra show. I love it. I love it. You got the wisdom. You're spitting bars.
I'm just saying, just saying. But I do think that's what it is. That's an attractive thing when someone, because as well, it takes away the scariness. Like if someone is submitting to God, trying to be Christ-like, then the chances are they have, morals, and they have a conscience, and they would, if they were to do something, well, they probably wouldn't do anything like cheat, because they're not submitted just to you, but they're submitted to God. But if they do that, they're probably going to feel bad and come and tell you. If all of those things come with having an actual relationship with God.
Also, the fact that you can like speak in tongues doesn't like add to your physical attractiveness. That also doesn't. So. Yeah, unfortunately, I think
speaking in tongues is it's not an indicator of how close you are to God, in my humble opinion.
That is Good.
in my
Come
humble
on.
opinion. It's
Yeah,
not.
no, it's true. I think it's a gift, isn't it? It is a
It's a
gift.
gift.
So like, it's not. We definitely confuse the gifts with character. Like, I think God loves to give. He's like, he loves to give presents. But then we confuse that. Oh, you've got that. You've got that remote control car. You've got that TV. You must be worth. You must have earned that.
Yeah.
But I think, there's a lot of that in the church, like trying to be flaunting your gifts, like you've
100%.
You did the work to kind of earn them,
to get them, and you didn't. We did nothing. Like
attractiveness in the church, like girls are like attracted to the people, like the worship leader or the pastor or like someone who can like pray out loud. Like, I think status is a part of attraction. A little bit.
It is, but I think that comes from what we do outside of the church, in that, people are attracted to CEOs and directors and people with the most money, and it just filters through to the church as well. So in that, the CEO would be equal to the pastor, the director would be the worship leader, so I think we carry it over, when actually we probably shouldn't do that, because what does it mean to have those things?
So, just to keep on the topic, so should you date a godly person who you find ugly? That was another question I had.
Rob, why are you putting it like that for?
What? That's.
Why are you putting it like that for? What do you think?
No, I don't know. I think I probably sound very like vain on this podcast thing, but I think.
Yes.
Do you think I'm vain?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Maybe. Oh, well, here's the other thing that I want to get into. This is the other side of the coin. Okay.
Okay.
Do people, mainly men, I say, do we have unrealistic expectations of what attractive is?
Yes. I would say so, because I think nowadays, women, the bar is just so high, and it's impossible to reach. Sometimes we are just women, we're just girls, we're just average. And I think men sometimes, they want a woman with a particular body, and then a face, and then, perfect teeth, and a particular hair, and eye color, and all these different things that, all we can do is what we can do. And it can put so much pressure on women to. So many women go out and get BBLs. They go out and just try to.
Is that lip filler?
No. No. Oh, Rob.
Oh, is it to do with your ass?
Yes, it's Brazilian.
Why is it BBL?
A Brazilian butt lift. A BBL, a Brazilian butt lift.
Brazilian? What? The Brazilians have that anyway. Then why is it a Brazilian butt lift?
I think because Brazilians are meant to have the best derrieres. I think this is what I assumed it was.
Okay.
But it can put pressure. Yeah, I think men's expectations can be quite high. But then saying that, sometimes I speak to men, and again, going back to the thing, they say, well, as long as she's taking care of herself and, she don't smell, it's all good. But generally, I think men seem to have very high expectations for.
But also, I do think that is because of just so many men are addicted to porn. And like they basically compete, they're basically comparing real life to this other universe that they're kind of involved in. And I think porn does do that. It's like it kind of changes what reality is. It changes what your expectations should be. Like everybody wants like an airbrushed or unrealistic woman.
No, I think so. I think porn has very detrimental effects because everyone on there is very polished and perfect. But in real life, we're just not. So, yeah, I think the expectations can be quite high because we can only do what we can do. Whereas I think women, a lot of us, the bar isn't as high. It's just, as long as he looks all right. Or even sometimes not all right, as long as it makes me feel safe. I just think the bars seem to be very different. I've heard from a lot of men where they need to be.
But what's the bar on the provision side of things? Because I feel that is a big I feel the pressure for women to be beautiful is the pressure to make money for the man.
That's interesting. Maybe it is. But then I think, I say this, and I've had this conversation before, and people have told me I'm wrong, but I do believe that if a man isn't making as much money, but he can make a woman feel, that I'm getting there, like I'm not just lazing around. I'm on an upward trajectory. And if he's a very good man, I think a lot of women, if they fall in love, they'll be like, that's cool, I'll help you get there. We want to be that person that comes in and is like, I'll hold you down until we get there. So I think a lot of women will give a man a chance, whereas I think a man is going to be more cutthroat if a woman doesn't look the way that he wants her to look. I think he'd be more inclined to be like, not
I don't think the guy is going to be like, we'll get there, honey, if you just go to the gym. Yeah, like if there's an upward trajectory with your beauty. Yeah, I don't think guys would do that.
I don't think they would do that at all. So maybe, but then I might be wrong, because I think, women, I've been told of this day and age, they're very different and they are very cutthroat, and they say, if he's not earning a certain amount, I'm not dating him, and that's it. If he's not earning at least what I'm earning, I'm not dating him, I'm not involved. I've heard this as well. So I think we can both be as cutthroat, as both genders can be very cutthroat when it comes to that. But should we be cutthroat? That's the thing. Should we be cutting people up because we're not physically attracted to them? And I'll be completely honest with this. When I ended my last relationship, I was an unhealthy size, and I was only...
Really?
Yeah, I was about...
I can't imagine you being that.
I was 40% body fat, and that wasn't very healthy.
Really?
Yeah, I got a test done and it wasn't very healthy. And I did have to sit myself down and say, Cass, what type of man do you want to be with? And this is just what I did. And this is completely, literally just what I did. And I said, I want to be with a man that looks after himself, takes care of his body. I want to be with a man who's obviously a Christian. I had all these things that I want to be with a man who is like that. And so what I did is I thought, what type of woman would that man want to be with? Who am I? Inside myself, I've always thought I was, of a healthy weight range, until I got myself weighed and I realized I was not. And so I thought, right, I need to go back to who I feel like I actually am to then get the man that I actually want. So I lost a stone.
Wow.
I just started looking after myself. I just generally just started taking care of my body. I ate better, and I met my now fiance. I hadn't lost the stone yet, but he likes women, or liked women, because now he's with me. He liked women who looked after themselves. He said they don't need to be a particular size, as long as they are looking after their bodies in terms of going to the gym and whatever. I'm happy with that. So when we met, I was at the start of this weight loss journey. I think I was like a month into it. So I was still quite chunky, but it was like, how was your relationship with, like, just your body and looking after it? And I said, well, I'm on a journey right now. And he said, that's cool. And he helped me on that journey. He went to the gym with me. We trained together. I lost the stone. And so I think as women, we do have to, first and foremost, what do you want to look like? And you have to be really cutthroat and honest with yourself. I knew that I liked myself when I was a particular size. That's just how I preferred me. And you have to think, what do I need to do to become who I actually want to be? Because this whole body positivity thing, sometimes it can mask what you actually feel about yourself. People will say, no, you should be okay looking, you should be okay like this. And as a woman, we feel like, if I'm not okay, does that mean I'm betraying women? No, you have to block out all of that and say, what do I want to look like? What do I find attractive? What do I want to be like? And then think, how do I get to that thing? Not in terms of just, physical beauty, but just health-wise. Just, what do I want to look like? What is it? What does the man that I want to be with, what do I feel like he's going to be attracted to? Does it align with what I think for myself? And if it does, let's get there. And it's a harsh thing to have, conversation to have with yourself, but you have to have it, unfortunately, at some point in your life. And now I do feel a lot better. I'm healthier. I'm in a healthy body fat percentage. I'm not tipping the scales of being overweight, which means when I come to have kids, I'm not going to have, hopefully, fingers crossed, not as many issues, because they won't be like, well, you need to lose 10 stone now.
Oh, really?
Like, because that happens.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I think all this ramble to say, my advice would always be look after yourself, because I do think that men do pay attention to this stuff. And there are some men that need you to be a particular size, and that's their preference. There are some men that just want you to look after yourself. You can be any size, as long as you are on a journey of self-love.
Amen. No, that's good. That's very good. Yeah, I can't believe that. Wow. I would never have thought
Yeah, I used to just eat a lot of food and not do anything about it. So that was me.
Yeah. Okay. Would you, what about would you date a guy who smelled?
No.
Is that like a non-negotiable?
No, because that's controllable. Unless you have like depression and you can't do that. If you're just walking around smelling and it's in your control and you've got no type of mental health issue, then why are you like this? Just please, deodorant isn't expensive.
What about if they like smell a bit when it's hot?
No, because again, it's controllable. Just double it up. I use roll-on and spray. Both. Really? Things. Yes, because I don't want to smell. So, would you date a woman who smells?
It's not attractive. It's probably not. It definitely adds a lot to the decision-making process. It's a big flag. But I don't know. There might be a way that you could get around it, but it would definitely have an impact, I think.
I see.
Yeah. Okay, do you want to hear some facts about attraction?
Go on, yeah.
Got some facts. All right. Right. And these are not necessarily like Christian facts. These are like just facts on like attraction that I found. More than 1/3 of people, 38% brackets, are more open to dating someone who is not their physical type, and 28% are less concerned with dating someone that matches the expectations of others. Additionally, 63% are more concerned with emotional maturity than physical looks. Well, and that's for both genders.
Yeah.
That just reminds. Do you think there's such thing as a type? That just popped into my head.
I think there is. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think there's certain things that you just find more attractive on someone than others, and that is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know if this is a stat, but this is a fact, I suppose. People generally prefer an attractive face over an attractive body.
Interesting.
When they're looking for a long-term relationship. Do you agree or disagree?
I used to agree with that, but now I'm not so sure, because I think, I used to think that people just looked at the face. I thought when people were like, oh, they're really beautiful, they were just looking at the face. But actually, over the last few years, what I've learned is that isn't true. That people are looking at the whole package and they're looking at you as a person. And so, I don't know. I guess it's nice to wake up to a nice face.
Yeah, I think everything comes from the face first, and then if they got like a nice body, great. But like, probably wouldn't. Yeah, if they got a really good body but like a really ugly face, I didn't think I would find them attractive. I think you can tell a lot about a face. I think faces speak.
They
volumes.
do physically speak.
Yeah, and they physically speak. Boy,
it has flown.
But I suppose if there was a conclusion, I think there's a difference in the opinions of the genders. I would say, like as a guy, I would say attractiveness physically is important, very important in the first stage, but then becomes less important. But you would say the woman, it's not very important. Wholesale, it's not important at all.
No, I think it's important when people take care of themselves. But I think it's more
okay.
important if someone has emotional intelligence. I think we should always prioritize that over the other thing.
Yeah. I think the woman's coming from it like, can I have, not like, I would love to have sex with him, but like, is he conscientious? Is he
conscientious?
Taking care? Yeah.
Is he taking care of himself? Can he take care of me? Does he make me feel safe, essentially? And I think we should definitely, as people and as Christians, prioritize that. Like, we all know that looks are there, but looks do fade. And in 50 years'
That's
time,
right, yeah, and like, you know, things can change. Like, if you marry a woman and like she has like a health problem, and she puts on loads of weight, what you're going to leave?
What you're going to exactly? You can't base it on that at all.
Ultimately, I think attractiveness isn't. There is more to it physically. There's more, you know.
There's more
over the long term. It has to be. Because
there is.
I suppose that is the conclusion.